Today, the moon goes into Leo in the morning, taking us into that energy of self expression. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, February 21st. And self expression in this particular case, or the moon in Leo this month, is helping us express the changes we are experiencing. So, because we're in a moon cycle that is focused on change, also we are getting used to Pluto in Aquarius, bringing us into that vibe of shifting how we think about things. We are thinking and basing our understanding of how things work more from the future and what we want to create than from the past and what we know how it works, if that's a correct sentence. But anyway, so we know how things work when we have done them before. As we shift into this Pluto and Aquarius energy, we're going to find more and more that we have to step into things that we don't know fully how they work. And so, with this energy of change, with this current moon cycle that began with the Aquarius new moon, we are fulfilling the theme of shift and change, right? Remember, Aquarius is the energy of lightning bolts, earthquakes, sudden and unexpected change, new developments, epiphanies, insights, new ideas, new possibilities, new thinking. So that is the focus this month, especially as we think about authenticity and being honest about who we are, right? Coming from that place of a deeper truth of who we really are when without trying to fit in, right? Without trying to meet the expectations of society or your parents or some authority figure or anything else. So it's really stepping into that bigger truth of who we are. So, how do we take this energy of change and bring it outward, move it outward with the moon in Leo? So, Leo is about self expression, creativity, sharing, shining outwardly, moving the energy from internally, where it's been being processed inside of us, to outward where it needs to be expressed. So that means how we create, right? So it could be anything from your appearance to a creative project that you're working on to the way that you tell stories, the way it's anything that you are sharing outwardly. And we want to think about how we are sharing and being creative and expressing ourselves in ways that are more in alignment with our authenticity, our true authentic selves, who we are when we're not trying to fit ourselves into old molds or society's expectations or some view that we have about how we should be. So, self expression is the Leo moon moving us outward, helping us figure out what it looks like, what it means to put that truth of who we are out into the world. So, with that Leo moon, think about your creative process. Think about how you express yourself, how you project your energy out into the world, what it is you have to offer. What are your gifts? How do you share them? How do you help others? How do you show up in a spirit of heart-centered caring and generosity and showing up in your leadership, right? So Leo has that dramatic performative streak to it. So when the moon's in Leo, we have that urge to share whatever it is we are thinking about. And so thinking about how you are sharing and how that sharing can be more in alignment with your truth, with your authenticity, with what you are becoming, and the future that you want to create. So if you're thinking about your ideals, your vision for the world, your vision for your life, what does that future look like? And can you, and we have to do it on purpose, right? We have to remind ourselves of, well, when we go into our fears, when we go into a version of the world where we're worried or stressed or worried about the bad things that might happen, we're not being creative. We're not being in our power. So it's not about never being anxious or worrying. It's about recognizing when we are experiencing that worry, or we're going into the what ifs, or the shoulds, or the ways that we feel like we should fit in or meet certain expectations. And so, as we recognize that, then we have the opportunity to ask ourselves, hey, is there another way I could think about that? Is there something different I could do? Shake it up. Take yourself out of the situation that is making you spiral into negative thinking. Take space, get away from whatever is bringing up your triggers or making you react, and reconnect with that bigger picture of purpose, of vision, of ideals, and then ask yourself, what do I need to say? What do I need to put out there, share, express, and who do I need to show up as? Because it's when we are showing up from the truth of who we are that we are standing in leadership. And Leo can be a wonderful opportunity to develop a Leo moon, right? For all of us, the moon is moving through Leo. So it can be a great time to focus on developing our leadership, but coming from that place of remembering who we are and then allowing ourselves to express from that place. So sharing and communicating and offering and performing, right? Don't be afraid to step into the role that you imagine for yourself, and don't be afraid to imagine yourself in that role. So that's what it means to get outside the box. This Aquarian energy is inviting us to shake things up, to try on the new, and to envision and imagine possibilities that we haven't yet considered. And that is how we create them. Thank you so much for being here. I'm Marina Orms. Thank you for watching these videos. I've had some really great content lately. On Sunday, there was an overview of the week, so you may want to catch up on that if you missed it and get a sense of how these moon signs unfold through the week and how they fit in a bigger context of healing and growth and change. On Monday, I talked about the difference between the transformation of Pluto and the transformation of Aquarius, or the change of Aquarius, and how those two kinds of change are different, but how they come together with Pluto and Aquarius. So really fascinating stuff, diving deep into the mysteries of astrology and how it applies to our lives. And we can talk about astrology for unshakable self-care, which is what we do here every day. I'm Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me at astrologyheals.com. You can catch up on any videos you've missed by reviewing the playlist here at the Astrology Heals YouTube channel. Again, great stuff recently. We've been diving deep into some fascinating topics. So definitely catch up on anything you've missed. And thank you for being here. If you hit the subscribe button, that will help you stay on top of things here as we go forward into this future that we are on the path of, right? It's the present, but it's heading toward the future. All right. Thanks for being here, and I'll see you next time. Bye for now.